Okay, they must have started their detox. They started their
They're
detox.
they're in the middle of their meatless week.
Oh my goodness. I'm thrilled.
So
I had a guy who had a PSA of 5 and it came back at a 4 after 2 weeks on his detox.
Wow.
The urologist was like,
Dang.
do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
well, you know,
So-
what's Julie's husband's name?
Chris.
He had 3 kidney stones that they had to dig out, and that's painful. And he had 3 more that hadn't moved down enough. And then when they went back in and did the MRI, they're gone.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal.
I just love our medicine, you guys.
Don't you?
Well, you know what? I gave you some handouts because I'm going to talk. I don't have a PowerPoint presentation necessarily, but you have a nutrition part in your book, but I'm not really going by the book. I'm going by digestion, how it occurs from the mouth, through the esophagus, through the stomach. Then the start of the small intestine is the duodenum, then the jejunum, and then the ileum is the small intestine. Then it hooks to the colon, okay, which is the green one thing there, okay, the ascending, transverse, and descending colon. So I'm going to talk about these features of what happens and our vitamins and minerals. So I'm going to break it up a little bit differently because it's not in your book that way. But you'll realize that everything that we eat isn't completely in our body until it goes through digestion, broken down. We're going to talk about it. And then it's going to be in our small intestine where the absorption happens, okay? So it's like our first or second line of defense in that, like our skin is our first line of defense against pathogens and bacteria and all that. Just like our gut is supposed to be protective of of pathogens and things so they don't get through. So what we eat, and when I'm talking about food, I'm starting to salivate a little bit in my mouth. So as we're starting to cook, why I always say use spices is so that you can actually start the digestive process through the salivary glands. So the first thing that's going to come out with our saliva is, who can guess what amylase does in our saliva?
Breaks down food.
Breaks down what kind of food? What foods in particular?
Carbs.
Carbs. Yeah. So amylase is going to come out of our saliva, and it's going to actually start to digest our food. So it's really important that we actually chew our food, like we put food in our mouth, put our fork down, and chew it. Okay, because if you try to count, how many times you chew before you swallow, it can be a little cumbersome. But I think the thought is as liquid as you can get it before you actually swallow it helps digestion in general. So if you have a digestive issue already up here, then obviously it's the first part of digestion that's occurring. So if we can break down our food better by actually chewing our food, then that's the better way to go. So this comes from our duodenum too, and our pancreas. We also have, these are enzymes. So enzymes, what do enzymes do? They break down our food for us. Okay. Hello. Hi guys. Oh. Okay. So we need one more. You guys can share there.
You want us to scoop?
Yeah, we can. Hi.